State of Affairs is pleased to welcome State Assemblyman Declan O'Scanlon, Republican, 13th Legislative District, mostly Monmouth County?
All Monmouth County. It's in Monmouth County. It's contained in Monmouth County, about a third of Monmouth County. Just a little bit more than that.
In the legislature since 2007?
Yes. Well, I was elected in 07 and sworn in January of 08, technically.
Best thing about the legislature is?
Being right there while the policy is being made. It's been an incredible experience to... we're New Jersey, right? I could have gone my whole career without having a governor in the State House, a Republican governor. That's been cool. We got a lot of really cool things done in the last 8 years that people told me we may never get done. The first rounds of pension and health benefits reforms, the property tax cap, arbitration award cap, things that are making a real difference. And we're saving billions of dollars for people right now because of those things.
Most frustrating part about being in the legislature is?
Not being able to get everything done that we know needs to be done. We know we need another round of at least health benefits reform.
We mean with public employees?
Yes, there's no
Many
question.
of them say, hey, we've given enough.
Well,
we already negotiated. We gave up all kinds of things. You want more from us?
That's okay with me. They just have to figure out how we're going to balance our budget if we don't do that. If you look,
they have to figure out, and not the legislature and the next governor?
If they're going to refuse the option that I have said is essential, and I know it's essential, by the way, there's no debate. I know the budget as well as any single person in the state.
The Assemblyman is, in fact, the ranking member in the Assembly when it comes to budget matters. You know this stuff.
I do. I know it cold. If there was a way to balance our budget without asking public employees to work with us again, I would be happy to do it. And there's a way, by the way, to do these reforms where we're not just dumping the costs onto public employees. In fact, by making use of exchanges and other efficiencies, you almost can keep public employees whole if we do it soon enough. The longer we kick the can down the road, the tougher that becomes, and the more essential it'll become to do another round of pension reform. If we wait any longer than another year, it's a real problem.
Top 3 issues the next governor of New Jersey is going to face.
Balancing the budget, and that entails then getting into pension, health benefits reform, property taxes are on top of everybody's list, and again, pension and health benefits reform, and I would focus on health benefits reform first, hoping to avoid the pension reform, will help save billions of dollars on the property tax level too. And then there's shared services, promotion.
School funding.
School funding is a big deal, and we started this year, and there was some, believe it or not, some good bipartisan effort looking at reworking the school funding formula. There's a way to get there as well without a whole lot of pain. But it's got to be, we have to rework it, there's no question.
Real quick on this, we work closely with the New Jersey Sharing Network.
Yep.
Organ and tissue
Great
donation. The organization's website will be up right now. Try to raise awareness around some organ and tissue donation issues. You have led the effort. Help me on this. You've been a key player in the legislature, the organ donor registry. You're saying as people get the driver's license, right? Sign up, there's an opportunity to say, I'm on board, I want to donate.
But you can't. You can't right now until you're 18. So all your first brushes, when you're learning about organ donation in school, which it has to be taught, you have to wait until you're 18 before you can actually sign up. And we're one of the, I think we're the only state now that still has that restriction.
What's wrong with it?
Well, the problem is that you go to the MVC at 16 to get your permit.
Motor vehicles operation?
No, it's the law, right? You have the law.
But you go to the...
When you touch the MVC, they should be asking you right from the start. At 14, 15, you can get an ID, then you get a moped license, then you get your driver's license. Yes, the MVC, okay. Yep. Right now, they're not allowed to ask you to sign up, and you're not allowed to sign up.
By law, you can't ask.
Exactly.
So what are you trying to change?
We're going to bring it down to 14. Let people sign up. No, because it doesn't commit them. It's a way to indicate their preference. And kids are very conscious, and they're being taught about organ donation at those ages. Let's let them sign up. New Jersey ranks about 43rd in the nation of people that are pre-signed up to donate organs. We say yes on a pretty high level. About 65% of people say yes when they're asked, when the tragedy happens. But we should get those numbers up. I mean, we're ranking 43rd is not
and thousands of people, by the way, it's a fact, it's not anyone's opinion, thousands of people, in fact, in New Jersey and across the country continue to be waiting.
And die while waiting for organs. There's people who are waiting for organs, and they die while waiting for organs. That, today, people will die while waiting for organs. The more awareness we have, the other thing people need to do, once they do make their preference and register, they need to tell their family that this is their intention as well. A lot of times people sign up, say nothing to their family, tragedy strikes, and the family says,
they don't know.
Wait, we don't want to donate these, and they can override.
By the way, real quick, before I get off this subject, where do things stand right now with the legislation?
Passed the Assembly, and we need to move it in the Senate. Nick Sacco is the chair of the Transportation Committee, which is where it is right now. Good guy. We want to make it happen in lame duck and get it done. Joe Carrillo's a sponsor. Joe Vitale's a sponsor. It's bipartisan. Pat Deignan is on it as well. It's great legislation. It will help us. There's very few things we in the legislature can do that we could say we're actually saving lives.
Yeah.
We like to think everything we do is life.
Watch this segue. There isn't anyone that makes any sense. 1 minute left. Donald Trump has been good for the nation or not, or something in between?
The jury's still out. I'm not gonna be a partisan and say that we don't know yet. I wish we looked a little bit more organized at the federal level. Yeah, you always have concerns at the beginning of a presidency. At this time, I went back and saw some of the articles about President Obama at this stage of his presidency. People had concerns then, too.
The same
now,
concerns?
some of us had...
The same concerns?
It depends on where you are on the political spectrum. People on the right were terrified of President Obama and what his agenda was going to be. This presidency, I know that there's people on the left who are pronouncing it dead. It's a long way from that. Donald Trump can end up being seen as a good president. He's got a lot of work to do. It feels like there's chaos right now in D.C. I don't like that. Let's get our act together. There's some other things I don't like. Not a big fan of Jeff Sessions, if you want to tease that out of me. A
few seconds, go ahead.
Look, I think that I would much rather have Donald Trump and Republicans choosing Supreme Court justices. Right there, it's a winner for the nation.
Declan O'Scanlon, thank you for joining us on State of Affairs.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Agnes Veris NJTV studio at 2 Gateway. Funding has been provided by New Jersey Sharing Network, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, JAG Physical Therapy, Georgian Court University, Valley National Bank, Verizon, and by Fedway Associates.